You say happy birthday?
Thursday.
Oh, Thursday. I'm like, hold on, whose birthday is it?
It's not my
Thursday.
birthday yet. I'm not aging myself. I've got all the way till November. I'm good.
Okay, okay, okay. My old ears hearing stuff. What's going
Not
on?
the
How are
old
you?
year. I am fantastic. I got a nice quick getaway to Miami last weekend. I got back on Monday. Shout out to my boyfriend who's probably not watching, but if he does watch the replay, shout out to you. He did the thing. We went to see a Marlins game. We were behind. We were in the outfield. I've never sat in the outfield. I've told him that. Like I've sat by the bases, I've sat by home plate, but I never did the outfield. I was always curious, so we got there and I was in the outfield, and then we went to the Miami Heat's final game. They were playing Washington, and it was like a buzzer beater, and we were sitting right behind the basket, which I've never done. Also, so he did his thing. Thank you to him. We
Salute.
had a great time. We had a really good time.
That's good.
What
Okay.
about you? I was, I was very, very happy. I
You got some
cannot
heat,
complain.
you got some warm weather. Because last episode,
I
remember we was
did.
talking how it was cold, it was
It
freezing. Now
was.
you went from cold to what? Was it 80s, 90s? How warm
It
was
was beautiful. It was almost 30 degrees Celsius, which I think would be multiplied by two, about like 80s, 90s
it? Okay.
for you guys. But it was beautiful. Where the Miami Heat play in like Brickell Bayside, it's the Bayside area, is like one of my favorite areas in Miami. So when the game was over, like I went by and just like watched the boats. Like it was just like it wasn't my usual turn up. Usually when I go to Miami, it's like turn up. Everything is a turn up. But no, we had like a really nice low key fun. It was just amazing. So shout out to him for planning basically every single element of that trip. I really appreciate you.
Okay, all
Babe.
right. Well, my week was cool. I ain't going anywhere. Weather's nice here. Been working. Everything's good. No complaints my way. That's another day in this wonderful neighborhood of mine.
I love that for you. It is actually still cold in Toronto. Tuesday was unbearably cold, like the wind unbearably cold. Today was a little bit better. I went for a walk in more of my spring jacket. I had another jacket over it, but it's been better. But we're still not anywhere close to where personally I think we should be in April. But whatever. I had Miami. I'm going to have another trip next month up to your part of the land is in the United States to go do some family stuff. And then hopefully a couple more trips before the year ends. I cannot complain. So blessed. So blessed. So blessed. So thank you. God, we have got a quite an interesting topic to talk tonight. Twins and I didn't even discuss it. I didn't even tell him what the topic is. I just sent him the link, and we went from there. So,
No pressure.
as usual, everybody, the link is up here. If you go up and scroll up, you should see where you can come on. But before I go, I have to, of course, plug myself. Go out and get my new book. Here we go. Love Rules. Look at that. I really did write a book. That's my name. So go out and get Love Rules, the first book in my six-part series. See, it's not that thick. It's not big at all. It's something that you can literally read in a whole. Look at this. See, look at the words. I did this. So go out and get my book, Love Rules, at Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, and wherever else you get your book. Support a girl. That is it. That is all.
Amen. Hey,
That's
congratulations.
it. Thank you so much. The second one is on its way. I have just finished editing it. It will be out May 1st. So excited. You guys will enjoy that. You like this one, the next one, ooh, there's some things happening. So, be prepared for the six-part series. But getting into the show, they love you, but do they like you?
Okay. So where does this stem from? What video did you see? What happened?
There you go. I did see a video which I actually am going to play. I actually sent you the video, but I didn't say, hey, this is what we were going to talk about. And interesting enough, I had a chat with my girlfriend like about an hour or two ago, and we were actually talking about this topic in terms of like someone liking you, not loving you, and someone loving you but not liking you. And she was like, "Listen, my ex fiance loved me, but I don't think he liked me." Right? And there is a difference. There is a difference in between like someone can truly love you and someone they just don't like you. And someone can like you and never go to love you. But the hope is that you're in a relationship where they both like and love you. And this gentleman in the clip I'm about to play kind of gives some signs as to when to know if the man likes you. And so I'm going to play this clip. And of course, as usual, twins, I want to hear what you have to say. And then the gentlemen in the chat, either those on the replay or those of you who are watching live, ladies, if you're here too, which I doubt you are, but if you are, I'd love to hear what you have to say about what this man has to say. So here we go.
It's not until a woman realizes that a man will communicate with the woman that he likes. It's not that men have issues communicating.
A man would
it's
do
that
any and everything y'all say men don't do with the woman he likes.
Yeah, you know how many men?
Did you hear what he just said?
No, a man will do everything that y'all say men don't do and men ain't capable of, and ain't no more men like this. He would do all that without having to be prompted.
Yeah.
And he would do it with joy and glee for the woman he actually liked.
And
so sometimes it ain't all he won't do it for you.
Hey man, he's spilling the tea, man. He's spilling the tea. Somebody got to tell him to simmer down a little bit. Now, the people in awkward positions and situations to answer these questions that you have. But he does.
Let's talk about it. Talk about it.
But he does have a valid point. The things that you think your man won't do, he's just not doing it for you. And that's true. Y'all just don't understand how much power that you women have. All of y'all, men will run through walls for you.
They will.
We will do whatever you need to do as long as you know what I'm saying. If you rest in your femininity and just be that peace. I know we talked about peace last week. Well, this is kind of a continuation of that. So if you become that peace, here's the outcome you get from being that peace. And the topic we're talking about today. So, if you want your man to go and paint that room, you want the man to take this furniture out and throw it out. If you want that man to do, whatever it may be you want him to do, he's been dragging his feet to do. You give him that peace, he's going to want to do it for you. We want to do anything for our lady, make her smile, make her happy. Not the, are you going to do it today? Like that's that energy we don't want to have.
Not the, are you going to do it today? Yeah. So Jeff says, good evening, everyone. Not only did he spill the tea, he knocked the whole pitcher over.
Once again, you can't tell him everything. You can't tell him all the, you know what I'm saying? Because now every woman who's seen that video now is gonna go home and tell ex-they boo, boyfriend, or whatever. Do you like me, or do you love me, or do you tolerate me? And now I gotta kind of like, no, yeah, baby, I like you, I love you, whatever it may be. But once again, like I just said, if you become that peace, you won't have that problem. What's going on, fellas? Out here.
Hey, fellas. Thank you all for coming. So Mrs. said, in other words, generally speaking, men are happy to play our role for a woman that's playing our role for us in return. I mean, that was simple. So, fellas, since you guys are here, and thank you guys for coming, let's talk about it. Let's really talk about it. What gets you to the point where you can love a woman but not like her? Because speaking as a woman, a lot of us things that you go from like to love. Right? That's the traditional sense of it, right? Like he likes me and then he falls in love with, likes me, loves me, falls in love with me. So how can you say, I love you, but you actually don't like her? How does that work?
Ah, man, how can I explain this so it can make sense? And fellas, help me out on this one. All right. Okay. See, it's gonna be different for every guy, but for example, right? I still have love for my ex-wife. but
Okay.
I don't like her.
I can understand that.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, I still love her, but I don't like her. But I don't hate her.
So let me pause you there. So I'm going to pause you there. Okay, so when I think about your ex-wife, is it because of the actions that she's taken to get you guys to where you are, or is it something else?
Yeah, it was the action to where we're at right now, in the current situation that we're at. So yes, that's the reason why.
Now, do you not like her now, or was there also a point in the marriage where you didn't like her, but you were still willing to go through the marriage? Like, I don't like you, but I'm still going to stick it out because I love you.
14 years. That's why I tell people 14 years, you're going to like, you're going to love, you're going to dislike, you're going to hate. I'm just saying, I'm being quite frank with y'all tonight, fellas and ladies, whoever listen. 14 years to be with somebody, you're going to have those ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people, don't ever get married for just the word love. Love is just not enough because you're going to hate your partner at one point. Not that you hate them, but you're going to dislike them. You're going to love them, right? But you're just not going to like them. You know what I'm saying? You want my. I love her enough to where I'm not going to let nobody do something to her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was landing it right now. I'm about to go for deep end. Go ahead.
Gotta pull it back. Mr. says, and men silently promote and demote women's status based on her behavior. You can go from wifey to friend with benefits at the speed of a sassy neck roll. Not a sassy neck roll.
That's true too. So now I'm glad you said that. So if I'm dating, right? I'm not in a committed relationship with a girl, but based on how we interact with each other, like you just said, you can go from being promoted to demoted, and I won't even tell you. But my actions will be like, okay, yeah, it's going to put her on that. She on a team, and I call her whenever. But if I like you, I'm gonna call you every day, see what you're doing when you're free. What you doing? So it goes both ways. Now to get both, see when you are both, that's where that's scary because then you might be the one because that's where I'm now because it's really hard to meet a woman that's gonna be both that I like her and love her because y'all don't make our lives easier. Peace. And it could be the smallest, dumbest argument, and you can be put in the category of like and love.
So let's get to that. So the word behavior came up, and this is exactly what I said in terms of behaviors and actions that have been taken. So, gentlemen, what I'd like to hear from you are what are some of the behaviors that can get a woman into the, oh man, I love you, but gosh damn, I don't like you. Or I really thought you could have been the one, but this behavior just demoted you down. What are those behaviors?
Well, the first question, the first part you said, it's going to be if me constantly telling you something that I like or want, like you're not listening to me. That's one way where I can like, I love her, but I don't like her right now because you're not listening to what I'm asking you. I'm telling you this, I need this from you, and you're not providing it for me. So that's one example.
Waiting for more. I'm like, listen, I'm soaking all in. I'm trying to be somebody's wife. Okay, I've been there. Listen, ladies, I'm telling you, ladies, you need to come on the show because I'm going to take this all in. I'm going to show up as somebody's wife one of these days because of the conversations I have with these amazing men, okay, that watch the show and my amazing co-host. So I'm soaking it all in. So the first step is being in a situation where you're telling a woman what she wants, but she's just not listening to you and implementing those things or going and doing the opposite of the things that you said that you want. So that's number one. So she could have gone from, oh my God, she's the one, to, no, that's one. Give me a few more. Give me at least two more.
Yeah, I can give some more. So another example, right? regardless if you're married. We're a relationship based conversation. So let's say, babe, can you take the laundry basket downstairs for me so I could go ahead and start washing the clothes, right? Very simple task, easy task. But she wouldn't have done now. Like, I'll get to it in a second. And then 2 seconds later, she grabbing it and storming down the stairs with it, XYZ, with attitude. See, I love you, but I don't like you right now. Because it's not jump how high, you know what I'm saying? It's that energy you give off. Like, I saw I get to it. Like, I might be in the game or something, I might be watching something. Like, I'll get it back, give me 1 second. But because I don't do it on your time, because it's like, okay, so who's the man in this relationship? Right? Not saying it needs to be that, but it's like, it's the energy like, well, I tell you to do something, you need to do it right now. Or you like what I'm doing, you like, oh, you doing that little thing over there. Don't diminish when I'm doing them over here. If I'm good in my own place, I'm like, yeah, you see what I'm saying? So it could be that small. It could be that small of a thing that I can go from, I love her, but I don't like her right now. Because who you talking to? And now if I react to it, then now we're having a full-blown conversation of something so small. Something that most of the time I was like, all right, I get it. Like, this is a day in life of men that we got to deal with every day. So on top of working in corporate America and dealing with other bullshit, this is what I'm saying, but not the peace at home. So there's always warfare. And then most of the time, most men, we suck it up because like, you know what, do I feel like going on this rebel hole? But sometimes I got time today. If I had my car and I got some food in my belly, I got time today. Who are you talking to? Okay, I'm sorry. I digress.
Listen, I think that one's so interesting, and I see, thank you, Mr. Mister. I'm going to put your comments up short. But I think that one's so interesting because I think we're all guilty of it, unknowingly guilty of it, right? Like, I know that I am super impatient. I am a super impatient person. And so for me, I know that's something I have to temper in a relationship because I would be the person who says, hey, babe, can you get this? And I mean, like, right now, not when you want to get to it, like right now. And so therefore, it's one of those things where I might say, hey, babe, like, do you have a second? Can you just grab this for me because I need to do something? Like, I actually really need it right now. Now, is that different when I'm actually expressing to you that I need it right now as opposed to, babe, can you grab that for me? Because I didn't say I need it right now. I just said, can you grab that for me? Is there a difference in terms of the communication and me saying, hey, do you have a moment to do it right now? Because I actually need to get to it because of XYZ versus, hey, babe, can you grab that for me?
That goes back to our last theme for season. What season we're in? We're in 7 now or we're in 6 now? Where we at?
What the hell is my show? I didn't even know 6, 7, one of them show. I told you.
Either way, last season was last season was communication, right? So it's important how you ask the question. If you say, hey, babe, I need your help right now, this moment. Okay, cool. Then I'll get up. But we just say, hey, we get a moment, because most of the time it's, hey, babe, can you get it for me? We get a chance. Okay? So it's not urgent. So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. But meanwhile, in your head, you're like, I know, I done done now. Then why didn't you say it now? So I'll give you another example, right? Because I had this conversation before, right? So for example, let's say you went shopping, right? You went shopping, I'm chilling the crib, right? You call me like, hey, babe, I'll be home within 5-10 minutes, right? You know, carry the groceries in.
Yep.
Cool, perfect. So you know what? The next 20 minutes, I'm not doing nothing. And I'm waiting for you to get home so I can help you, kids, whatever it may be. Right?
Got it.
Okay, so that's cool. That's great communication. But there'll be a time where you go shopping, you don't call me, and then you come in the house, you carrying stuff in, and then all of a sudden you get an attitude now, like, you gonna come help me? Whoa, who you talking to? You knew you was shopping. You knew when you was coming back. All you had to do was call me and tell me you know. Oh, I didn't want to bother you. Okay, you didn't want to bother me, but now you have attitude.
Yeah, I see it
right now, but I don't like you right now. You see how that goes? See how quick that goes?
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. And I'm the person who's going to call you because I want the help. I don't want to actually have to carry the bags. I don't want to. So I'm like, hey, babe, just so you know, I'm heading home. I should be there in around 10 minutes. Even can you meet me like right outside so we can get this done, blah, 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 blah. And do you have a few minutes to help me put the stuff away? Like that type of stuff. I agree with you, that communication. So I see Mr. Mitchell's got some comments here. So he says one of them is clearly combativeness. Like combativeness can get a woman knocked down to, I love you, you might have been the one, so I don't like you. So potentially you're just a booty call. He also says not having our back after we take a personal / financial hit. I'm gonna put that one up for a second because I want to explore that. I want to explore. I knew you'd like that one.
Yeah.
I want to explore that one because let's talk about what that means to you as men. Because I think as women we hear something else, but as men, what does that mean?
Yeah,
having your back during those times.
Right. So based on this right there, right there. There you go, right there. Based on that statement right there, we're in a good, healthy relationship where you know my personal business or finances, right? So we're on that type of level of communication, right? So you kind of know what's going on with either my job or finances, whatever it may be. Something happened, right? You know what's going on. So something happens, right? And as men, we're stubborn. I'll say 95%. It could be higher, but I'm be generous. 95% of men, we are very stubborn. So
I agree.
So my thing is this. So if you know that there's a financial situation going on, I should come out and tell you or ask you for XYZ if you know something's going on. But y'all will live in your little bubble world and be like, well, you didn't say that to me, so I figured everything was okay. La, 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 la. And then it's like, once again, because we're stubborn, it's hard for us to ask the question. But then we do ask it, right? Hey, babe, XYZ. And then if there's any type of negative vibe from it, you know what? Don't worry about it. I won't ever ask you. I will figure it out on my own. I'll reach out to my family, my bro. Hell, I might reach out with an ex-girlfriend or ex-lady friend. Somebody on my back, because why do I got to pull teeth from somebody that knows what's going on, right? You know exactly what's going on in my situation, and I got to pull it out of you to get that need. But then at the same time, you make me feel less than. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not doing this. Does that make sense?
So it makes sense. So my follow-up question, how do we help you in those times that you're not saying anything though? So yes, I know that something is going on. Like financial is probably the easier one, right? Like financial, you've lost your job. But if you're not necessarily telling me what you need, how do I fill in the gap? Because I think there's part of a woman who might want to help, but she doesn't want to offend you. Like, hey, babe, I know this happened. Like, do you need me? I'm a man. Like, we don't want to hear that. I'm a man. I got this. Like, I'm going to be fine. So how do we balance that when you're not saying anything to us?
Okay. We're all grown here, right?
Correct.
So before we decide to move in and become one, you had your bills.
Correct.
Had my bills. Right?
Correct.
So now we're together as one now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do I have to constantly remind you that rent's due every month, electric's due every month, water's due every month? Like these are unspoken things that I shouldn't have to ask, but you know the bill's coming in each month. So why would I ask a grown another adult person that, hey, you know I'm taking a hit over here on XYZ, so I may be short this month. I shouldn't have, hey, can you cover it this month? You sure you know?
Got you.
So I'm like, why would I be asking for something that I know that's happening? It's like,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see that part. That part. What about potentially something personal happening in your life? Because these are valid things, because I think that there are a lot of women who want to do but don't know the right steps. They don't have the right guidance. They're not asking the questions. They might be afraid to ask the questions. They're getting bad advice, right? Women don't always give women the best advice. It's fact. We give women horrible advice.
I'll give you another example. I'll give you a great example. So like you said, it could be a personal thing going on, right? So for example, you know, many relationships ago, right? So this girl, she had a financial situation, and she's behind her car note, right? So I got her caught up. She just needed like $700. I wouldn't get it caught up to all the way caught up, right? That's personal, right?
Yeah.
Her note. There's at the point where they're gonna try to hide their car. Don't worry about it, baby. I got you. So I went and paid it and got it called the way up. That's personal.
Love that.
Okay, make sure you're on the same page. That's personal. Your car repo, all that. That's personal. So so why? And you asked, right? And you knew. So what I'm saying is that, so what makes it different for me doing something for you that I know it could be impactful? Like I know you need your car, right? I know you had a situation going on, you got behind and you was about to start hiding your car. Don't worry about it. I got it. If I have it, we got it. So why can't it be in return? Why I got to pull it out of you? I'm not the type of person to be like, well, I did this for you. Why can't you do it for me? I'm like, we're adults here. If we're together as one, there's something you should already know. I don't want to hear like, well, that's your personal information. I'm like, wow, we forget so quick. And right there, I don't love you. I like you, but I don't love you right now. Yeah, you see how the flip now? Like, wow. Because that one kind of hurt a little bit. Like, damn, I paid you. Did you forget that you was about to hide your card? But now I'm doing this situation, and you're like, well, I didn't want to get involved with your personal information. Wow. Okay. Noted.
You know what's funny is you just did it, and I find that a lot of men do it, including the one in my life. I find that men, when they're in relationships, you guys say we a lot, and as women, we don't necessarily say we sometimes until it's an advantage for us, right? There is this. So I don't know if it's a fear. I don't know if it's we don't want to be presumptuous by saying things like we, but I notice that men do say we in relationships. And even when I hear conversations online or even in my own relationships, my boyfriend says we a lot. And I'll say, I've got to deal with this. And he's like, you do realize we're in a relationship. So actually your problem has now become my problem.
That part. I think the problem is in this era that we're in now that a lot of y'all women have had to be like superwoman, right? So you have to do pretty much everything on your own, right? And it's like, I don't know when someone's there have your back until they got to like beat it in you. Like, I'm here with you. So you don't got to do this by yourself. There's no longer I, it's now we. So like at the beginning of the relationship, I got to beat it into you that we are a couple. And most men, and if we like you and love you, we're territorial. Right? So we're always gonna say we. Even if we're not married or in a relationship, I'm already claiming you. I'm already got you on the mind. You're mine. And so on top of that, as men, we know if we can make our woman's life stress-free on whatever it may be, bills, house, whatever it may be, whatever I can make sure to keep you in a good place, then you're more easy accessible to me. Like, how can you go ahead and bust it open and you stressed over here about these bills over here? You understand what I'm saying? Or this or that, and I want some, but you stress. You're not got the energy. Your mind's somewhere else. So if I can take that stress off you, then guess what? I have a full 100% of you.
So I love that. And I think what's interesting is, ladies, we need to listen more, including myself, in terms of how a man speaks to you, because that's the difference. Again, when that gentleman said, when a man likes you, there is nothing he won't do for you. And it's through actions and also words, right? Like, again, I noticed like my boyfriend had to correct me the other day and I forgot what I was saying. And I was like, but I've got to do this. And he's like, what aren't you getting? Like what? It's okay. You have this thing. Okay, we have this thing. Like, it's taken care of. Like, it looks like, I was like, I have to go do this, and then I'm gonna need to move this, and this has to be done. He's like, I got you. It's we. Like, it's a we thing. And it was just, again, it's the listening, it's the intentionality, it's the actions behind it. But I think sometimes we miss those things because, to your point, it's a subtle thing, right? Just like you said, it's a subtle thing that can get you in that moment where you're like, yeah, this woman was here, but that thing just made her drop here. I think it's a subtle thing that sometimes we don't realize when a man has taken us from here to here. And so we're now here and we're doing things here that we shouldn't be. And that's why we get dropped down here because we're not noticing, because there's that subtle change in his actions, his behavior, and all of those things. And I think you said something also about that word territorial. A lot of women feel that territorial means controlling. We find that I've seen things where I forgot what I was watching the other day, and a woman, like, the man said something, the woman's like, "Stop! You're trying to control me with money." And he was kind of like, "I'm trying to make your life better. Like, you have a need, I have the ability to fulfill the need, and like it's over. Like that, there should be." And it was kind of like, "You're trying to control me with money." And I thought that was so interesting because, to your point, a man is a fixer, and if he sees that you have a need and you're stressed, that's going to keep you from being what he needs you to be for him. And so he's trying to eliminate that stress. But sometimes in our minds, we're taking it as control or something else, which it's not. So it's also getting in our mindset what it means. I think a lot of women don't know what it feels like when a man likes and loves them. They're used to one or the other, but you combine both, and it's something that's interesting. I'm going to get to the second part of my question, but Mr. Miss, I see that you're piping in. He says that the other things that will turn men off are women being entitled, telling us that what you're supposed to do anytime we do something for you that warrants a thank you. Ooh. So I'm going to repeat that, ladies. So one of the things that will turn men off from us is being entitled, telling men that's what you're supposed to do anytime we do something for you that warrants a thank you.
The nerve. The nerve.
Ouch. Moving on. Specifying right now makes a big difference. So Mr. Mister is responding to what I said earlier in terms of when we're communicating our needs, putting almost a timeline on your needs. Not, basically the men are saying, ladies, don't say, "Hey, can you get that for me?" and walk away. If you want something done right now, telling them right now, literally, "I need this done right now," and they do it. So Mr. Mister said specifying right now makes a big difference, but don't abuse it. If everything becomes right now, then eventually the response will be, "I'll get it when I get it for everything." Okay. Oh, we have a new person. I am going to pronounce this wrong. I think it's IMT12. I'm just going to go with that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I blame everything on being Jamaican. He says, what happens to the women's intuition at that time? Listen. And I know what time he's talking about. The time in terms of when a man's in need, why does our woman's intuition not kick in? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure what that is. Okay, we gonna keep it real here. A lot of us no longer respect men when we have to do for you. It is what it is. I was gonna try to pretty it up, but I'm not.
And listen, and we know that. And that's why as men, that sometimes we just will figure it out because we don't want to lose that respect. Because once we lose that respect, we lose that woman. You see the struggle we deal with? Because we know that. What you just said, majority of us know that. So we don't want to give away our power, our respect, because that's what runs in your mind. Oh, I gotta take care of him. I don't need to be with him. And then you wonder why we figure things out. And I think it's maybe, and it could be I'm Twan too. We'll find out.
My God, I'm Twan. You know what? I'm Jamaican. Let me just put on accent and say I'm Jamaican, and then we'll realize that. We'll just go with okay. English is not my first language. I'm Twan too. I'm gonna go with I'm Twan too. You're right. I think what's interesting though is when you're in a partnership, that shouldn't be the issue, right? And I think this is where we have to distinguish the difference between when a man is dating and asks you for help than when you're in a relationship because it's in a partnership. I'm going to tell you automatically,
Yeah.
when you're dating and you ask a woman for help, money, you got friend zone, or like there's nothing. If you want to make a woman toot dry up, her patty patty woo dry up when you're dating, ask that woman for money.
So that's that question. Hold on, before you move on. should that should that be is that go both ways?
It should, but we don't expect it to because we have double standards.
Double standard. Okay, I just want to throw it out there because we know. Because
it's a complete double standard. It is a complete. We listen. There is an expectation from a woman that we're supposed to be courted all the way from the moment you ask us to the moment you're no longer on this earth and you leave us your life insurance. Do you understand how that works? Like you ask us out, you court us, you get to the point, and when you marry us, you put us in the will, you put us on the life insurance, and when you die, you're still taken care of. I'm just gonna keep it real. We don't sugarcoat it. I'm Quan too. Welcome to the show. We don't sugarcoat it over here. That is the reality. It is a double standard. I am one of those women who I will be honest. Now, I'm not one who asks my man for money, and if my man were here, he can bait out the scene. Nobody even knows who he is. Babe, if you're here and you want to say who you are, go ahead. I don't ask him for money. He just gives it to me. I feel very uncomfortable asking a man for money, so I'm not one of those women who does that. But we're also in a relationship. So being in a relationship, if me and my man are out or something's going on, I have no problem treating him, doing what we need to do. If for whatever reason he's short, which he likely won't ever be, but he's short on money and we needed to do it, I got this. But not if we're dating. Like he's my man. But if we're just dating, no, he'll never be my man. I don't want you to ask me for anything. Why? Why are you broke? I'm gonna tell you, those are the relationships. I'd be calling my girl like, girl, you know this man doesn't ask me for money.
Not the group chat.
Now he's broke. Yeah, you can't date broke man, girl. I know, right? He's got to go because he's broke. How much did he ask you for? It was like $50. He doesn't have $50. He's broke. And we're WhatsApping, and we done changed his name in the group chat to Mr. Broke Man. Like I was telling you that if he's your man, of course we expect it. Hey, blah blah blah, my man, girl, sure, that's your man, but not when we're dating.
That's fair. And I'm glad you said that because it is a double standard, so it's cool. Go ahead.
Complete double standard. But here's the thing: as a woman, be honest, we like double standards when they help us.
I wonder why.
I'm not gonna lie here. Come on, bring the ladies over. This is true. I like a double standard when it benefits me. When the double standard no longer benefits me, it's unfair and I don't like it. That's also personally the brat in me. I'm a daddy's girl. I'm spoiled. I'm a brat. I told my boyfriend that he should have read the fine print. He's already purchased. There's no refunds, no exchanges. This is what he gets, right? Like you're locked in. You should have had your lawyer look over the contract, right? But it's the reality. We like the double standard. But it's for most people. You like the double standard when it benefits you. And the fact that we're going on and lying and acting like it's not true, it is true because it's human nature. If you can make your way up a corporate ladder by a double standard that benefits you, you can be like, oh no, I don't want that. I don't want the benefit of this double standard. I don't think no, you're going to climb all the way up to the C-suite and make your 6-7 figures and keep it pushing. You're not going to say this double standard is helping me benefit, so I don't think it is fair. No, it's only unfair when it benefits someone else that isn't you. Background fact. Mr. I'm seeing all the comments. I'm getting them to them, guys. Mr. says, we're taught from a young age that we are not supposed to do for others what they would not do for us. Yet women try to get us to do things for them they would never do for us. I'm going to have to put this one on the stage. I thought I was just going to read it, but I'm going to put it there.
Message.
I'm going to repeat something that I said, and this is exactly what the man just said in a male perspective. If for those of you who were here, I think 2 weeks ago when I said, when a woman will not do for you, she simply doesn't like you. And Mister, you will remember because we were talking about, when my boyfriend comes and flies into town, how like when we're taking like the public transportation going around, I pay for him because I have the card and it's easier for me to pay with Canadians than him having to go through the whole thing. And you were talking about, you remember a woman paid for you guys to take, the bus, and you didn't forget it like 3 years ago. Listen, I not only like my boyfriend, I love him. And it's the little things. I want to bring joy to his life through doing little things. But when we don't listen, if the man I was with now was just a man who was here because he had a couple of dollars and could get me the things that I want, I would politely stand by, watch him take out his American, Bank of America, whatever he did, and figure out how to get me on that subway. I don't do shit. I like you. And you are here for the good time. You are here for the benefits. When a woman truly likes you, not just loves you, when she likes you, it's the same with men. We just saw that clip. When we truly like you as a person, as a human being, because we would do it for our friends, we will do for you. But some of us are in relationships because they're convenient. We're going to keep it real. I'm going to take this one off. I'm Twan too. I'm going to go with it. Even with kids, women say my kids and not our kids.
Yeah. Next, that's going to open a whole nother conversation.
Sugar? Okay.
Sure.
Mr. said, we means we are thinking about the team, not just about ourselves. I'm going to own that. I think relationships, in my experience, ladies don't come for me. I know a lot of you come for me. I see the comments. I see the pick me's. It's okay. I get picked. Anyways, we continue. I think a lot of us women are inherently selfish in relationships. Yeah, I said it.
I'll say this: just be careful, because if you have to be corrected all the time because you keep saying I, it's gonna give the energy off. Like, okay, does she has one foot out? Like, is she's not fully in? Because I keep saying we. You know what I mean?
We.
You know what I mean? I'm American. I ain't mixed with nothing. I'm saying we like I'm friends or something, and you keep saying I. Okay, well, if I keep saying we, keep saying I, then we have a disconnect here. We're not on the same page because you keep thinking you're independent. And I'm trying to be in a relationship with you. So maybe I need to step back because you keep saying I, Captain. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, listen, you make a valid point, which is why I'm saying we have to, as ladies, we have to really listen to hear the things that the men are saying. And sometimes, again, we're overlooking those things because there are men who can spend money on us but are not intentional. I talk about this all the time. I've been talking about this for several seasons. There's a difference between attention and intention. A man who is intentional is talking about we. He sees the future. When he's talking about 6 months from now, like my man has made plans for my birthday in November. It's April. She's like, yeah, so in November we're gonna do this, and I'm already thinking about this, and I'm like, okay, babe, like I appreciate that. He's like, yeah, we're doing this thing, as opposed to a man when you're like, so what are you up to this week? And he's like, I don't know, man, like I'm gonna see. It's Thursday, like tomorrow's the weekend, and you still need to see. But again, a lot of us are missing those signs. But you're right. I think we have to be mindful when a man is intentional. If we are coming off that we are just worried about today or ourselves, what that can mean, and that will demote us real quick. I'm Twan too says territorial submission and leader are trigger words. Yeah, we've got a lot of trigger words these days. How can we protect what we cannot control? Protection comes with a degree of control. I'm gonna put this up. Twins, I'd love your thoughts on that.
Yeah. Okay. We don't see it as controlling, You know what I'm saying? That's how y'all take it, but it's not. It's more protection. But that seems to be the problem. Like, you can't control me. I'm not trying to control you, but I am trying to protect you.
Mm.
You know? But it makes it difficult though, because I'm constant in battle you every day on something that should be self-explanatory. Like the funny thing is that most men, we don't have like a roadmap on relationships and stuff like that. We figure this shit out as we go, right? But we know protection is something that we need to give you. You know what I'm saying? And we don't see this controlling, it's protection. Like, yes, you see, my thing is like, when you think it's controlling, okay, that means you're not healed. You might have been in a relationship dealing with a certain guy who was controlling. So now if I say something as minimal as X, Y, Z, you're trying to control me. I'm not trying to control you. You're a grown-ass woman. If you want to be, you're not. I got to do. But it just let me know you have lack of, not lack of anything. I don't know. You haven't got yourself together yet, because if you're taking something I say so small and you're making it literally like, oh my God, you're trying to control me. Okay, you need to figure out what's going on, because I'm not. Protection, control, do different things, and we can't move forward if this is all going to be a problem. Like if I say, hey babe, when you come home and it's dark, call me on route so I can meet you outside. Well, I gotta call you. Oh my gosh, it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. You know what? Don't call me. Let a dog out there and attack you. Somebody snatch you up. Okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all make the small things so difficult. Why I gotta call you? Because I want to make sure I meet you.
You're good.
And you're safe. If you have bags, I can carry it in for you. I mean, that's why. Like, it's not that deep. But they see that as controlling. You just want to make sure I get home. Oh my God. You know what? I'm sorry to ask. No, don't worry about it. Don't call me. Whatever. See, and once again, I just went from loving you to not liking you. Yeah, that's how
I get that. I don't like her either in this fake scenario. I don't even know her and I don't like her.
But I love you now, so I don't care. I don't care if a dude or beer get you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all say you want a beer anyway. Good luck at it. Go ahead. Good luck.
You know what? You're right. I think there's a lot of women who are definitely unhealed and don't understand that. Listen. There's nothing better for me when my man is like, I got you. I've said this again on this show. The 3 words I love the most are not I love you, it's I got you. When my man says I got you, this weekend when I was in Miami, I was holding my man's hand, skipping down the street. He wasn't skipping with me because I said I ain't skipping, but I was like skipping. I had not a worry in the world. I would go, he would move me to the other. As we walked out the restaurant, he pulled out my chair, he'd move me to the other side of the street, he opened all the doors. Like, I didn't have a thought. I had no thoughts in my head, 0 thoughts in my head as I skipped down the street in Miami. That was beautiful. I knew automatically when we were sleeping what side of the bed he was sleeping on, because the side of the bed he slept on was the side that was closest to the door. Should anything happen, it's like, those are just, I had not a worry in the world. Why would I consider that control? It is the best feeling when a man has truly got you. Sorry, twin.
Now, you just kind of proved the point, as men, we're always on alert. As you're holding his hand, skipping, la, 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 we're looking at 2 dudes in front of us, the left side. Okay, I can take him. If he's trying to do something, like, we're in combat mode. Okay, the exit's over there. Okay, so somebody come in, I can throw her out the way. And you know what I'm saying? Like, we're always, not all men, but most 95% of men, we be in that mode at all time. Just going to the store, I'm looking at every person walk by. Okay, you got a coat on. You pull a gun out. Okay, well, all right. Okay, I see you over there. These badass kids over here, and you in your little la 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 la.
That was literally not a concern in the world. I knew exactly what seat in the restaurant he was going to sit in, or what I was going to sit in, because he needed to see the door.
I'm glad you understand the concept of the bed, that he's sleeping closer to the door. You don't know how many times I had, like, not an argument, but it's like, babe, I want to sleep on the side of the bed. Okay, well,
I don't have. No, well, they're gonna get you. Nope.
Yeah, okay, well, at least I'll survive, because you know what I'm saying. And then once I say that, like, no, you don't care about me.
Trust me. I don't
I'm
know.
trying to tell you, let me sleep on this side so I can protect you. Why are we having this conversation? Why are we arguing? Can we just go to sleep now? I wanted something. Now I just want to go to sleep now. See, I like you now. You know, I love you, but I don't like you right now. So I'm just going to sleep. I'm done.
Ladies, that should not be an argument for your man to want to protect you. I don't have a side. When me and my man are together, I don't have a side. My side is whichever is furthest from the door. That is my side. I don't sleep on the right. I don't sleep on the left. Depending on the design of the room that we're in. Oh, this is closest to the door. I'm sleeping on the other side. It's not even a question, and it is not an argument. It's the same way it's not an argument because if I hear a ding in the night, I'm not waking up. I'm going, hey babe, can you go wake up and check? Like, why are we arguing about things that is actually that's what we say that we want. Ladies, stop arguing about the same things we say that we want, and when our man is doing for us, we don't want it because we're independent. It's an oxymoron, and it's actually ridiculous. My man ain't got to worry about that. I am good. Okay, well, I'm Twan. There we go. I'm just gonna. I think you guys can read that. The men that are non-intentional are fathering the majority of the kids.
See, don't want to talk about that. See, those are guys who are not controlling, air quote. Those are guys who don't care about what side of the street you walk on. Those are guys who don't care where you sleep at. They don't care where you sit at the table. You're back up against they don't care. Those guys don't care. And those are one that y'all keep having kids with. Can't make this shit up. You right, Twan? Mm-hmm.
I got nothing. I got nothing to add. A man's protection majority of the time is guidance. Hey, don't go that way. Then when you don't listen, we let you go over there and bump your head. Don't look at me to kiss your ouchie. I said don't go. That's some real ish right there. That's some real ish. That is literally some real ish. I had the same thing happen with my boyfriend. I forgot what I was doing, and I was going where he literally said, I said don't go there. I was like, okay, babe. I just did whatever he said. Because the tone in his voice, like there was that shift of like, oh yeah, he's serious. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. But you're right, men are always on alert, men are always in protection. And again, I think it goes to that's a man, lady, when a man is doing these things and he's guiding you and he's protecting you and it's not control. It's not all that thing. It is actually the way men show love. To Antoine's point, the man who's just out there fathering babies, you're the fourth baby mother, fifth baby mother, how many, I don't even know how that happens still. I'm still trying to figure that out. That's the man who doesn't care about it. He's not intentional. He clearly cares. He doesn't even care about himself because he doesn't care about all these women he's procreating with. So he's definitely not going to care about you. But a man who's like, you know what, babe, I don't think that's what you want to do. Or let me guide you this way. Or, okay, well, let's create a plan to get you out of that job. Because that job is stressing you out. Go ahead, Twin.
Yeah, I just thought about something as well. And it's protection, not controlling. I got to an argument with a lady because she wanted to go to a comedy club with a girlfriend. I don't care, have fun. But she decided she wanted to wear a miniskirt. Like she couldn't squat down professionally without her ass falling out. Right?
Oh, no.
Right? And I'm like, you wearing this? I'm like, are you serious? And we really had a conversation about that. Said it turned to an argument. Like, well, if you have a problem how I dress, you don't look how. You know what? You don't get it. But then when something happens, what come the men protect me? Well, the man who told you not to wear that was your first opportunity of protection. I'm the one who cares about you to tell you not to wear that. No man should try to do X, Y, Z just because he has something on. But as a man, I know how men work. We know how crazy this world is. We know, like, I think one thing ladies don't do is do their history about how America was America, especially if you live here. Like, it's based on killing, stealing, raping, all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
It's like so stuff that just don't go away. They make rules for it, but the stuff still happens.
Agreed.
So if I'm saying, babe, I wouldn't wear that. I don't want to hear an argument about that, because if we have arguments about a certain way you dress, you know what? Wear what you want to wear, you know, whatever. But once again, don't expect me to move forward into relationship. Like at that moment now, okay, she can be part of the team now. Because I can't control her. Not that I want to control her, because it's seen control, but it's not. It's free protection. You know what? I ain't worried about it. Because I'm not going to be invested. So if something happened, hey, I told her. Because the reason why I say that if I am invested, if something does happen, I'm going 0 to 100. And when I go to 100, I could be in jail. I can end up dead. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm protecting mode, but you didn't care about me because you wore that, thinking that was okay. Anyway.
I mean, Miss Smith is saying something similar. He says, men don't advise people we don't care about. Instead, we give those people silence. So thank you, gentlemen, for all of this. In the interest of time, I'm going to ask, this one's going to be quick. I know we talked about everything that a woman can do to get her to that space of, I don't like you. Tell me what gets a woman in the space of, that's the woman that I'm going to do the things for. That's the woman I am elevating. What are the little things or the big things that that woman does to get her from like to love and like to complete protection?
Ooh, it's hard to say. It's really hard to say. I'll just based off like my ex-wife in the beginning. She did all those things, right? And that's how she got the ring. That's how she got married, because she was the peace. She listened. You know what I'm saying? So there was never no conflict on that nature. If I say don't wear that, no problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there was no issues. So those are the women who get married. Those women who listen, who could be the man's peace. Those are it. I mean, yeah, I fellas, you must chime in, but those are the ones. I don't have a direct answer for you because it's for each particular man. Certain men deserve certain things, so it's not a one cut thing. Like I expect certain things. Twan, Mr. Eric, Jeff, everybody expect their own thing.
And Mr. Mister's piping, and he's saying being cooperative, being teachable, being supportive, and being tactful. I'd love for you to elaborate on the tact part, because that's not a word a lot of women hear from men. I think we understand cooperative, teachable, and supportive. But if you don't mind elaborating about the tactful, that would be really good. I think there is such a miscommunication happening in dating right now, in the dating world, in terms of what we want, what we're getting. You know, there's all of this conversation about there's pee in the pool. Like there's all of this negativity around dating. And, you know, one of my things is how do we truly, I mean, this is why I started the show, right? To change the conversation around Black relationships. How can we really get it back to that point where dating was simple? I remember a really simple time. Boy meets girl, boy likes girl, boy takes girl out, boy and girl start dating, boy and girl get like it was this simplicity of you strip all of it away, you found commonalities, right? Like that, you know, that's one of the things that's important for me. What are the commonalities that I have with my person? Like my boyfriend just revealed to me, which I didn't know, that I'm the first woman he's ever taken. We love sports. We're both sports people. Like I'll watch hockey, baseball. I'll watch dart. I used to watch the World Championship of dart. I've watched the World Championship of poker. Like I love sports. I'm a competitive person. And so our dates so far have been basketball games, baseball games, concerts, like the things that like we actually both love to do. And he was like, I've had 30-year friendships with my guy friends, and I've never done this with my guy friends. Like I'm doing with you the things that I'm used to doing alone. And it's because we have commonalities. Like I appreciate that. Like those are the things to me that make the foundation of a good relationship. And I'm just, part of me wonders what happened. Like what happened where that simplicity was taken away?
I could tell you, social media.
What happened?
Social media. Women, they feel there's always something better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's always something better. They're in competition with their girlfriends, right? They just don't know how to love their own. That's the problem. Because men, we simple. We don't, if I got you, I got you. I'm not looking for the next best thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it be. Women like, okay, he's good, but I know I can do better because my girlfriend over there, she got a Burke bag and all this stuff. And okay. Meanwhile, those bags are worth $2 now.
Fake.
Yeah, right. I always knew that anyway, but that's a whole nother conversation. But the point I'm trying to make is that social media, because women now have access to all men all over the world. Before it was just boy meets girl in local neighborhood or local city. Now, hey, I can go online and start picking, choosing. I mean, come on now. You're a woman. Your DM stay on fire. You ain't got to say nothing. You post a picture easily. You ain't got to do nothing. All you do is post a picture and your inbox is on fire. Am I telling lies? Am I saying any lies?
I mean, you're not. This is why I've been telling women. It's not a lot. I post pictures. I post pictures. Yes, I have my hide requests. I see that. I get it.
Now, well, I'm saying that you have so many options. I post a picture and I might get a few likes, even though I'm single. You know what I'm saying? Or I may not be single. Whatever. The point I make is that as women, you have more options than men do. So that's why it's a disconnect.
Well, the disconnect for us as women is we don't actually. A lot of us don't have that many options, which is why for several seasons, and we are in season 7, I had to confirm again. For several seasons, I have been saying, again, I'm going to repeat, ladies, there's a difference between attention versus intention. A lot of us will get attention. It's also hard to not get attention when we're out there, doing thirst traps on the internet. So yes, people are gonna like. But it's the intentionality that we're not all getting. And that's what I want ladies to really be thinking about. Yes, the attention is there. The DMs are blowing up. All that saying the let me take you out. But are they saying those things that we talked about 20 minutes ago? Things like things like making sure you're protected and guided and provided for and all of those things. So yes, I agree with you that social media has changed things, but a lot of us as women have misconstrued the idea of this attention that we're getting online and thinking that translates, because the reality is a lot of us get attention online, but in real life, no one is checking for us.
Let me say this. So you have to understand the young generation. Okay, I won't say young generation. I'll say women in their 20s. Are told that's their golden years. Girl, get your money, get your education, run it up, XYZ, right? Here's a problem you have. You have a bunch of simp dudes.
I don't know what to say.
Yes, there's dudes out there. When they do post a thirst trap, right? Right. The guy may not be what they're looking for. But these dudes are simps, meaning that baby, I'll send $10,000 right now. So boom, you cash that's getting blown up just on you posting the picture. You don't gotta like, dude. Shoot, if I can get 20 dudes to give me $10,000 all the time. So that's what they do. Yep. That's what that whole phase kick in. And then when they in their 30s now, when nobody's checking for them no more and they got kids, now they want to settle down. And now it's like, ain't no men out here. Well, because you spent your days where you should have been looking for a husband, thirst trapping and running the bag up, which I can't blame them. Why, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't blame somebody if I was in my 20s and I was posting pictures and women was giving me 10, 20,000, 30,000, fly me out. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go get flew out X, Y, Z, right? I'm gonna do that. But so I can see where the disconnect is at now in this day and age. Shit, for some people, all you just post feet pictures and they're getting the bag.
That's a real thing. That is a real thing.
Right, it's a bag. I'm like, ask my mom for, hey, you better post some pictures. You got nice feet. You better post some pictures. Girls getting like $1,000 and all that. This is some feet.
Real talk.
I'm just saying, but all I'm saying that is the struggle that we have now with social media now. So now when they in their 30s and they had an accident or whatever it may be, and they got kids, now they want to look for a man. Man don't want no more because man still looking at the young 20 to 38. No, you understand what I'm saying now? So
I get it.
It's kind of hard to kind of fix that because who's going to tell somebody who don't have a college degree or who have a college degree and got college debt, but you're getting in bed by all these simp dudes and sugar daddies and XYZ. All right, I'm done.
I get you. Again, but access doesn't, just because someone has access to you doesn't mean they're intentional about you. And again, I think this is why women need to have conversations, effective conversations with the young women. And some of us old women, some of us are still doing it all wrong. I haven't done it always perfect. And thank God I've got girlfriends around me to be like, grab my ass up when it's like, girl, that's not, no, we're not going to do that. Right. And I think we need our sister circle to be able to pull us back because we're certainly not listening to men. And we should be listening to men because men are giving us game about what we need to do. But again, there are all of these other competing noise out there. And like, to your point, if we just want to get the bag, we ain't going to listen to what you just said. We're just going to go out there and get the bag. So thank you, Mr. I love this. Ladies, pay attention. So going back to the word tactful, there's a big difference between I told you 20 minutes ago to take out the trash versus, hey, babe, would you please take out the trash now? I need to tidy up that area before TWD starts. And he actually defined what TWD, The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead starts. Mr. Mrs. says Sims ruin women for the rest of us.
Facts.
Okay, I'm just gonna find nothing to add to that.
Yeah, facts. So you got the Sims and then social media. So I don't think we'll ever be able to get out of the rat race. So
really?
No. So hopefully at this point now, the 30-year-olds now who didn't maybe survived it or maybe have a kid is a little older, they can find true love now. Because 20s is they run the bag up. I can't be mad at them. What can I tell somebody that's getting $50,000 off social media in a week? You know what I'm saying? Where some people got to work a whole year to get that. I can't tell them that.
That's true.
Like, you can't tell nobody nothing. You can't tell me. Think about these young NBA players getting these grown women pregnant. Hey, and no shot at him though. But you say, okay, I don't want to do no with the baby or the mother. How much child support? All right, here's a whole $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, he paid up front, so you can't tell him nothing.
And he also has another baby mama that's going after him from my crazy.
Right. But, I mean, when you since I'm saying he's in his 20s, when you're that young, and then you have money being thrown at you all day long.
Yeah.
Who's going to tell him, like, hey man, you need to chill out? Why? I got the money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, his Adidas deal, I think I looked up his Adidas deal, just a shoe deal. I want to say it was $60 million. Just a shoe deal. We ain't talking about his NBA contract. His shoe deal was $60 million. So $60 million. Okay, so he got $59 million. Trust me, he's not hurting. You understand what I'm saying? So I can see why these dudes out here doing X, Y, Z, and the same thing with the women. It's a cold world that we live in, but by the time they realize that they want better, it's kind of too late. Yeah, I'm done.
That's true. Well, everybody, if you're new to the show, we do dating tips. It's almost that time for the dating tips. It is actually that time, not even almost that time. It's 10:12. Twins gets up early, so we got to get off of the show. So, Mr. if you have your dating tip together, please put it up and I will share it. But I am actually going to go first this week. I actually do
Ladies first.
have a dating tip. And it's going to be based on what we were just talking about. So, my dating tip for the night is ladies, listen more than you speak when you are getting to know a man and when that man is courting you. A man will tell you everything you need to know about where you are going with him if you listen more than we speak. A lot of times we get into situations and we talk, and I get it. We want to express ourselves, all those things. But if you're looking for intentionality, there are certain phrases that you will hear a man say. We've talked about one particularly on this show, and it's when a man starts saying we, or when he starts making long-term plans with you. Those are two signs that man sees you as someone he wants for the future. If he is not saying we, and he only says you or I, or if he doesn't make plans past a week, maybe two with you, nothing long term, it is an indicator that you are only here for the short term, baby girl. And if you're looking for longevity, you have hitched your cart to the wrong person because he's not trying to have that with you. So that is my dating tip. Twins, your dating tip for the night.
Yes, my dating tip is for the men. Fellas, if you're a father, an uncle, or a mentor, and you have young boys and young girls, it's up to us to kind of change the narrative. Teach our women to protect their womb, right? Our sons and young men, same as well. But understand, the consequences is more heavy on them. But we have to be better. If we want better results, we have to start with our youth. So, I'm raising a daughter and son. So my goal is with my daughter, make sure that, she finds her a husband. At the same time, still have her be able to be independent, but not strong independent. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a helpmate, be a piece to your man, but also make sure he's, your piece as well. Like it's a balance there. And same thing for my son. So it's really, if men, once again, if you're a mentor, father, cousin, uncle, whatever you are, you have that opportunity to lead the voice. They may not listen to you. The young folk, I talk to them all the time about work. They don't listen. They just sometimes, just listen. Just put the seed in there and let it do what it do. Because sometimes they come back to like, you know what, Unc? You were right. I know. I know. I lived through it. I'm only telling you because I don't want you to go through what I went through. I didn't have nobody tell me X, Y, Z. So I'm telling you. So just remember that. So that's my dating tip.
I love that. And it's funny. You just said Unc. I can't believe we've gotten to the age when we're unks and aunties. Like, what the flying for Jesus? But I digress. You call me auntie. I'm okay. I am a lot of people's auntie. But damn, like now people be using like looking like an auntie like a bad thing. I'm sorry. Hello. Uncle and auntie is still doing the thing out there, but I digress. Mister, I don't know if you have a dating tip. I don't see. I'm going to guess you don't have one tonight. There's also something in the way. Does he? Okay, there's something in the way of. Oh, here we go. No, I don't pull that. Let me scroll. Maybe I'm missing it.
It's towards the bottom.
Okay, does it say, Allied Goddess Sims even got the blim thinking they're 10? That's the last thing I see. My thing is not scrolling. Hold on. Okay, got it. Found it. I just had to scroll a little bit. Got it. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Dating tip. Dating tip. Is she offering peace or pressure? Question mark. Support or demands? Question mark. Femininity or convenience? Question mark. Because in the end, if she's not your teammate, she's your opponent. Drops mic. Thank you, Mr.
That's a good
As
one.
usual, that was definitely hashtag message.
Yeah.
That was all questions you need to ask during the courting and dating stage before making that person your partner. ladies, you need to be asking those very same questions because a lot of you are ending up having babies for your opponent. But I digress. Thank you, everyone. And of course, before I leave, I have to say, please pick up my new book, Love Rules. Again, if you thought I didn't actually write a book, here you go. That's my name, Toshiba Billings. Google it. I am doing my thing. So please pick up my newest book, Love Rules, available right now on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. Let me know what you think. Part 2, this is the first part. Part 2 will be out May the 1st. Watch out for it. It's going to be spicier than part 1. Let me know what you think. You can hit me up. Let me know what you think of the book, but support your girl. Twins, any last minute things you got to say?
Go and get the book. Volume 1's out. Go and get the book. You know what you're missing. Get it. Get you a copy. Not expensive. Trust me. Bam.
I appreciate you. Everybody have a great night. We will see you next week. Bye.
Nah, y'all.
And we